Thomas Coville is a skipper of Sadabo on the Route du Rhum, and it was a very short race for you, Thomas. It was,
yeah, it was
very
only
unfortunate.
8 hours of racing, so it was too short. And to be honest, I'm still very shocked at what happened. And we were racing very close with Loïc Perron, and it was quite tough conditions, 30 to 35 knots of wind at night, first night. And I had a battery alarm, unfortunately, lighting, and I've been focused on that one. And I went down below, and from the time I went down below, I had quite a big puff, making the boat accelerate from 19 knots to 27, 28 and knots, and I just hit a cargo ship, and that's it. So I was very, very disappointed, and I think it could have been a very, very nice fight against Loïc. For sure, Loïc is deserve it. He's one of the best sailors in France for ages and ages. But I had a feeling that I could fight against him, and that's life. That's it.
And what was the size of your boat? What sort of boat?
It's 105 feet, and about
so you're comparable.
75 wide. So.
Yeah. You were comparable to Loïc's boat.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same kind of size of boats.
Yeah. So what's your next plans? Which one are you into now?
First of all, we're going to try to repair it, and I've got a few local races in France before I go back to the solo record around the world with that boat.
Oh, good.
Yeah, next winter.
Yeah, what, single-handed or?
Yeah, single-handed. Yeah.
Oh, that's excellent. So when do you think you'll do that one?
Probably end of October next year.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank
Before you go, what are you doing for the Hobart race?
I think it's. I had very good memories on Groupema, and Giacomo is. I think it's a fantastic crew today, and I think it was really good to change my mind after that Route du Rhum. So I just enjoy being in Australia, and enjoy sailing with such nice sailors, Kiwi sailors, and I'm going to learn a lot. And yeah.
Well, it's something new for you, having all those people around you all the time.
Yeah, 20 people on board. I never sailed with so much people on board, but I'm very impressed about the casting. It's a very impressive casting, and a lot of very experimental sailors from New Zealand. So for us, it's always very impressive and very attractive to sail with these guys. So very happy to be there.
Was there much damage to the boat when you?
We actually the starboard floaters was damaged, and the bow of the main hunters was.
Well, that's excellent. Well, we hope to see you back shortly.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The first time I saw Comanche's hull, I remember kind of peering over the apron down into this shed. And I remember looking down and just going, oh my God, what have we done? It's massive. This is part aircraft carrier. My name is Ken Reed. I'm the skipper of the boat. My job is to hire all the best guys I possibly can and create something like this. Jim Clark had been talking about this for a while. He got caught up in it, and it was all of a sudden all of his buddies were egging him on to build a 100-footer, and he obliged. His operation has to fulfill his very competitive ambitions, and trust me, he is as competitive as any person I've ever been around in my entire life, as is his wife Christy, by the way. The two of them combined, there's no messing around. If you do it right. The build team that we assembled and who really ran the build up at Hodgson are the best of the best. The shapes and sizes and tolerances that these builders are building to now is nothing shy of unbelievable. Tim Hodgson and the whole Hodgson team, they lengthened buildings, they built ovens, they bought ovens. They wanted to look not just at this project, but they wanted to look at carbon fiber manufacturing well into the future. The back of the boat is 25 feet wide. It's just stability, purely stability. The more stability you get from the hull form, the less you have to do as far as weight in the keel, so lighter boat. Secondly is mast placement. Design services at North Sails, they started running drive force coefficient. So the mast would start, let's say, just forward of 50%, which is way up here. And then he put it back a meter, and he came back to us, and to paraphrase, it's better. Put it back a meter, it's better. Put it back a meter, it's better. In essence, he kept going until it started getting slower. This is more of a traditional multi-hull position than it is a mono-hull position. Every sail here is carbon fiber. Everything you see above the deck is carbon fiber. It's what carbon fiber allows you to do, and it's nothing shy of spectacular. The adrenaline rush, there's nothing like it. You know, goggles on, blasted with water, guys holding on. You go down below and it's like Armageddon. The slamming and the sounds down below it is a completely different animal. It's far more like a race car than you would ever imagine. It's literally at high speeds, 2 fingers, and a tiny little movement, and you can really make the boat respond. What this thing can do in front of eyeballs on Sydney Harbor, hopefully on Boxing Day. That tells a story that lasts forever, and hopefully that attracts more people to our sport.
Third day of racing for the Barcelona World Race fleet. After passing Cabo de Gata and crossing the Alboran Sea, the leaders are at the Strait of Gibraltar.
And we can see they are very close to Gata Point, and they do a few jibing close to this point to keep the pressure of the wind. And we can say only 3 boats pass north of Ile d'Alboran, and only one, Gaes, do a tactical down under the Ile d'Alboran to be very close to African coast. For the moment, we have a good pressure in the Sea of Mer d'Alboran, but unfortunately for the later boats, the wind is decreasing, so we can imagine this afternoon a very elastic distance between both parts of the boat, and we can say that the first boat will pass Gibraltar Strait around in the evening, around 17 hours in the evening. And unfortunately for the last part of the race, and especially for Spirit of Hungary, it will get no wind, and a rotation of the wind will come back from west, so up to him, so very difficult to come back on the race.
Todos los partes dicen que en Gibraltar habrá 15 nudos o así en el lado oeste, y en el lado oeste pues ya sabemos que se enchufa ahí un montón, y habrá pues 25, igual 30. Yo creo que en estas condiciones todos los barcos corren más o menos igual, y así vamos a estar juntos durante un montón de días, yo creo. Las diferencias van a ser de muy pocas millas para unos y para otros.
And it's here in the race village where 6 teams are preparing to leave the dock for today's in-port race. The skippers boarded camels for the parade to the waterside, with Sam Davies, skipper of the all-women's team SCA, leading the way. The home team of Abu Dhabi Ocean Racing were running their camel 2-up, skipper Ian Walker joined by Abu Dhabi crew member Adil Khalid. Leg 2 winning skipper Bao Becking losing control of his ride as he struggled to get out of the starting box. But this was a parade that Team Vestas Wind sailors were forced to watch from the sidelines. They will not be sailing today after a grounding on leg 2 left them shipwrecked on a small island off Mauritius. It was a leg from Cape Town that was packed with dramatic action. Last 3 seconds to go. Team SEA, the top of your picture, very close to the line. They really had to put the bow down. That's just what you don't want to do in the final seconds. Maffrey coming off well at the pin end, having to shoot the mark slightly, but they've still got good pace. All clear, says the race officer, so the start will hold.
Dongfeng, here we go. They've waded up and they've decided to go. So let's just see how critical this tack is going to cost them, how painful it is. You can see there they've rolled the sail up. Oh no, SCA is going right on their line. That's just what they didn't want.
Team SCA lead the in-port race here in Abu Dhabi after a commanding decision on the first leg and dialed into some beautiful breeze. Abu Dhabi Ocean Racing having to put the bow down slightly. Team Brunel coming in from the right-hand side there on starboard, and right behind them we also have Dongfeng coming in from the right. Team SCA now with 9 knots of boat speed approaching the middle point of that leeward gate.
Beautiful, and look at that, hardly any speed washed off at all.
Chasing Team SCA hard, going on to the second lap of the inshore race here in Abu Dhabi. Team Brunel leading the pack.
So last mark, last top mark as they come up to this turning mark. They will bear away round the mark with a convincing lead as Brunel just basically stopped looking to beat SCA, but more to cover Abu Dhabi.
There they go, they crossed the line, high fives all round. Very, very satisfying race. They made that look easy.
As Team Brunel crossed the finishing line to take second in the Abu Dhabi in-port race.
Abu Dhabi Ocean Racing now crossing the line to take 3rd place in their home waters.
Good for us on the water, and well, our coaches said that we had to do what we did on the practice race, and we did exactly that, so we were quite happy. So we've done only first places since we got here in Abu Dhabi, so we're happy, and it's a great way to boost the whole crew morale before we leave tomorrow for Sanya.